Do you remember playing in Sopron in the Under-16 Champions Cup?
Yes, I do. It was a long time ago now already, like 8, 9 years ago for me. But I really do remember well because it was for me one good experience, high level tournament with a lot of good tough games, which for sure made an impact on my career and on my like step by step young development.
What do you think a tournament like this can give to a young player like you were back then?
I think that competing on such a highest level of your age and competition of against one of the best players in that moment. I don't know exactly now which kind of the teams are going to be, but in my days when I was on the tournament was really tough competition. So there is a lot of things that you can learn from such a tournament. Also, I remember one game well that in my first half, I played a very bad game. I think it was one of the last games or against Venice. I had really bad half. And then in the second half, I really switched on my mind. And at the end, we won. And I believe we won. I'm not sure. I really don't remember well all the details, but I remember this that was one of my first moments that I tried to like switch the first half. If it was not good, I played the second half much better, almost great. So this stayed on my mind very well. So now in case that there is some situation happening the same now on this level also, I don't always have the best first halves. So sometimes I remember this that if I could do it back then, it's possible also now, even though it's like EuroLeague or Italian Championship.
We know how you played back then, but how did your career pan out since then? So what did you achieve in basketball since playing in that tournament?
I think I achieved personal things more than winning a lot of championships and cups. After that, I moved to Slovenia. Actually, there we had very successful 2 seasons where we won almost everything because we were the best team with Cinkarna Celje. After that, my moves were pretty going like further. Then I went to Spartak Moscow. After that, to Hungary back to Sexad. So after Sexad to Prague. After Prague here in Italy. So obviously that this experience playing against teams also from different countries gave me one vision that I can also try myself in another competitions, which at the end it's bringing you to the point that with 25 as I am now, I have a lot of experience and a lot of different kinds of perspective of the basketball, not just one from one country.
This summer, if I'm correct, you also played in the WNBA.
Yes.
How is that different from Europe? I mean, for example, how did your youth tournaments or your training when you were younger prepare you for what was waiting for you in the US?
I think all the steps until now prepared me for this experience in US. For sure, as I repeated, it's important to have as younger also like important tournaments, very tough tournaments that it's going to put you in the position where you need to grow. So all of these brought me until this point where I had this amazing experience in US. It was tough because it was high level of the games. It's a very hard rhythm to play every 2-3 days with a lots of traveling and physicality in the games and just how the basketball is so fast. You need to always be on your 120%, 150%, never down your 100% because you lose the moment in 1 second and you're not able to catch yourself back in the rhythm again. So maybe these tournaments, I believe that these tournaments when I was younger made me in a tough positions where I needed to decide, when I needed to take the responsibility, or when I felt some obligation to lead the team as a younger player, as my generation. So now for sure all these steps that I did and having these experiences before brought me until this point that now I can take easily decisions and take the responsibility.
You've reached EuroLeague. You played in the WNBA. What's next? Yeah. What are your goals?
Another planet. Of course, if I separate here national team, which is always going to the Olympic Games and achieving something on the Eurobasket and in the higher competitions as World Championship. If I put on the side national team, then for sure I have a lot to achieve, because I'm dreaming of going to the Final Four of the EuroLeague or to going to the playoff in the WNBA. So I did things, but I still don't think that there is everything. I tried, but it's not that I succeeded in all that I was actually doing. So I would like to win something, because I don't like to lose. I don't like to finish the season not as a winner. So for sure, I would like to achieve and win something a little bit more important.
Back to this under-16 tournament, what do you have to say to those young girls who are just entering this tournament this year? What do you have? What kind of a message do you have for the young girls who are doing this, who are starting their careers now at this tournament?
I would like to say the things that I was kind of trying to tell myself when I was back in that age, but I was not listening a lot to myself, and how I was learning from older basketball players, which were very successful. They would always tell me to enjoy this period where you really don't have the pressure, where you don't have some big responsibility as having, I don't know, a contract or fighting for another contract. So this is really a time of basketball. I think it's just pure basketball where you can play, you can have fun, you can compete against other teams from other countries, and just enjoy, see how you can compete, be always competitive, never put your head down, never give up. There is always, until the game is on, until the last second, there is always chance to win. So I was trying always to tell myself to not take it that seriously, how I was sometimes taking even from the younger age, but maybe that's because I was always put it in the higher categories and with the senior competitions. So I always tried from the younger age to be very serious. But on the other side, now I see how much it's serious actually, when it's a lot of like people watching you and a lot of cameras on you. And back then it's just like basically you, basketball friends, family, and I would like to say to them to enjoy